In this video, we will introduce the necessary steps to create an application that utilizes capacitive touch sensing using IAR Embedded Workbench. As an example, we will use the fast prototyping board for RL78, equipped with touch electrodes. This video consists of 3 parts. Part 1 describes the steps for creating a project with the Smart Configurator. First, I will introduce the hardware settings. In this video, we will use the RL78G22 fast prototyping board to explain. USB is used to supply power to the board. The board's jumper settings are used as shown here. The QE serial connection switching jumper setting is switched and used during touch sensor tuning and monitoring. Next, I will explain the development environment used in this video. In this video, we will use the software development environments shown in the table. It is necessary to install the development environments other than the RL78 software integration system module in advance. This video explains the creation procedure when using a software timer for capacitive touch measurement timing. Please refer to the application note for the creation procedure when using a hardware timer. Now I will explain the project creation procedure. Launch the standalone Smart Configurator and create a new configuration file. Click the Create Project button on the main toolbar. Under Platform, select the device, and under Toolchain, select IAR RL78 Toolchain. Enter a file name in File Name, and confirm the location. If you want to change the location, click Browse, and select the Save Destination. The file name and location you set will also be the project file name and the save destination for the project files. Click Finish to create the configuration file. Next, configure the clock settings. Select the Clocks tab and set the operating mode. For the RL78G23, also set the EVDD setting. Next, click the System tab and configure the on-chip debug settings. Select COM port and uncheck Use Security ID. Next, click the Components tab and add the necessary modules to the project. Clicking the Add Component button displays the New Component dialog. If you are developing a touch application for the first time, download the RL78 Software Integration System module. Select the components shown here from the displayed list. For the RL78G16, selecting voltage detector is not required. Next, configure the resources for the selected components. These settings are used in this application example. For the RL78G16, the voltage detector are not displayed. Configure each added component. Select the CTSU component and set the TS-cap terminal and the TS terminals to be used for touch measurement. The assignment of TS terminals and touch sensors can be found in the user's manual for the board you are using. It is recommended to set the TS terminals not used by the application to low-level output. Therefore, enable all TS terminals not used by the application, except for those terminals that are assigned and used as shared terminals. Select the touch component and enable touch sensor tuning and monitoring using UART. Check the schematic of the board you are using to determine the UART channel to configure. In the UART communication component settings, select the operating clock and transfer mode and transfer rate according to the target baud rate. In this application example, we will use these settings. Next, Select the Pins tab and configure the pins to be used for the UART communication function. The pins that can be used for the UART communication function can be found in the schematic of the board you are using. On the board you are using, the pins used to write the program via the COM port and the pins used for serial communication with the standalone QE are assigned to the same pins. In this case, a pin conflict error will be output in the Smart Configurator. But since both functions are never used simultaneously, it is not a problem to use it as is. For the LVD component, set the reset generation level. If you are using the RL78G16 fast prototyping board, use the selectable Power On Reset circuit for the voltage detection function. Set the reset generation voltage from the System tab. In the port component settings, configure the port connected to the LED. Check the schematic of the board you are using to identify the port that controls the LED. For the BSP component, confirm that initialization of peripheral functions by Code Generator Smart Configurator is set to enable. It is recommended to set unused pins to low-level output. Use the port component to configure unused pins to output low-level. This time, as an example, port 41 is set to low-level output. For port setting details, please refer to the user's manual for the device you are using. Click the Generate Code icon to generate the code for the necessary components for the project. A warning screen will appear during code generation, but ignore it and continue with code generation. This completes the generation of the component code and the IAR project. Please continue to refer to Part 2 of the video, which introduces the procedure for tuning the touch interface using QE for capacitive touch.